It's 1922. A young woman sits at a factory table painting tiny Nummets bears onto a watch dial. The paint glows in the dark. To get a fine point on her brush, she does what her supervisor taught her. She puts the brush to her lips. Lip, dip, paint. Again and again, hundreds of times a day. She has no idea she's swallowing poison. Years later, doctors will remove pieces of her jaw because the bone is literally falling apart, and the company she worked for already knew this could happen. This is the story of the Radium Girls and how their fight changed workplace safety in America forever. Back in the 1910s and 20s, radium was magic. It glowed. Scientists didn't fully understand it yet, but companies were already selling radium in toothpaste, cosmetics, even tonics that claimed to cure illness. So when the U.S. Radium Corporation opened a factory in New Jersey to paint glowing numbers on watch and clock dials, young women lined up for the job. It paid well. It felt glamorous. The girls even painted their nails and teeth with the leftover radium paint for fun, because it made them glow at parties. They were taught one technique to keep their brushes fine: lip, dip, paint. Use your lips to shape the tip. Dip it in radium paint. Paint the dial. Repeat. Meanwhile, the chemists and managers at the same company wore lead aprons and used tongs to handle radium. Nobody told the women why. A few years in, the women started getting sick. It began small, a toothache that wouldn't go away. Then loose teeth. Then their jaws started to ache in a way that no dentist could explain. Then it got worse. Their jawbones began to crumble. Some women lost teeth, then chunks of their jaw, sometimes removed in pieces by horrified doctors. Their bones fractured for no reason. They became anemic and exhausted. Some of their bones and teeth genuinely glowed faintly in the dark because the radium was still inside them. Doctors had no name for it yet. The women just called it radium jaw. Here's the part that turns this from a tragedy into an outrage. When the women got sick, the company didn't warn anyone. Instead, they hired their own doctors to investigate, and those doctors conveniently found no connection between the radium and the illness. The company even suggested the women were sick because of poor hygiene, or blamed other diseases entirely, anything but the radium. But independent doctors and dentists who treated these women kept noticing the same pattern over and over. Young, healthy women with no other risk factors, all of them dial painters, all dying the same way. One woman named Grace Fryer decided she wasn't going to let this go quietly. Her body was falling apart, but for 2 years she searched for a lawyer willing to take on a powerful company. Most refused. It seemed unwinnable. Eventually she found one. Grace and 4 other women, all seriously ill, sued U.S. Radium Corporation. The press called them the Radium Girls, and the case made national headlines. Reporters described women so weak they had to be helped into the courtroom, some unable to raise their arms to take the oath. The company tried to stall, hoping the women would die before the case finished. But the story was too public, too horrifying to bury. In 1928, the case settled. The women won compensation and medical care for the rest of their lives, though tragically that wasn't very long for most of them. But here's why this story still matters today. The Radium Girls case became one of the most important moments in American labor law. It helped establish that workers have the right to sue employers for diseases caused by unsafe working conditions, even if the illness shows up years later. It led to far stricter industrial safety standards, and it's part of the reason we have occupational health protections at all today. These women never set out to become legal pioneers. They just wanted answers, and they refused to be ignored. And because they fought, the workers who came after them were a little safer. If you found this story as unbelievable as I did, subscribe. I'm covering more hidden history like this every week.